I am so thrilled you're here right now because we are about to pull back the curtain on some of the absolute craziest biological marvels on the planet. I mean, we're talking extreme survival, totally hidden anatomical weapons, and abilities that, honestly, they sound like they belong in a sci-fi movie, not just walking, swimming, or crawling around Earth right now. These are the disconnected, mind-blowing truths of the animal kingdom that are completely hidden from the mainstream. It's literally evolution pushed to the absolute brink. We're going to map out these incredible adaptations together, and I promise you, by the end of this, you are going to look at nature in a totally different way.
You know, there's this saying, scientists never tell, explorers never reveal, and only 1% of people know that. And it really hits the nail on the head. Because despite all our advanced science, all the satellites, the deep-sea probes, there are extreme facts out there that feel like they're locked away in some elusive, secret vault of knowledge. We always kind of think we have nature all figured out, right? But then you find out about these biological extremes that are so bizarre, so specifically adapted to their unforgiving environments, that they just completely evade common knowledge.
So that brings us to the ultimate question for you today. Are you part of that 1%? Do you actually know the sheer, terrifying scale of what extreme animal survival and anatomy looks like when life is pushed to its absolute limit? Well, I'm going to challenge you today. Test yourself. Let's see if you already know these astonishing facts, or if you're about to unlock this highly classified tier of biological marvels for the very first time.
Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1. Masters of Extreme Survival, Pushing Biological Limits.
6. Now, I know it sounds like a small number, but in the realm of extreme survival, it is absolutely monumental. The southern elephant seal must remain on land for up to 6 weeks without feeding. Just take a second to imagine the sheer biological engine required to sustain a massive creature for a month and a half, entirely on its own reserves. They are out there enduring the harshest elements, fending off rivals, fighting for territory, and doing the whole shebang without taking in a single calorie. It is a staggering testament to evolutionary energy conservation and just pure, unadulterated endurance. But you know, endurance isn't always a long, grueling game. In extreme environments, like the Antarctic, survival isn't just about outlasting a marathon. Sometimes the margin between life and death is razor thin and relies on instantaneous, lethal consequences. Evolution definitely does not afford every species the luxury of time. Take an emperor penguin egg, for example. A single slip from the warmth of its parent completely seals its fate. The moment an egg of the emperor penguin accidentally touches the Antarctic ice, it will freeze and die in just a few seconds. There is absolutely no biological safety net here. A few seconds of exposure, and the sheer hostility of the cold terminates life immediately. It's a rapid, totally unforgiving sequence that perfectly illustrates the brutal stakes of our natural world. Which brings us to Section 2, Nature's Hidden Arsenals, the Anatomy of Attack. 860. This massive number represents the staggering 860 volts of electricity that an electric eel can unleash. And we're not talking about a little static shock from rubbing your socks on the carpet here. This is a living, breathing, biological battery capable of discharging an overwhelming amount of raw power right into the water around it. It's this extraordinary invisible weapon, an evolutionary marvel designed to instantly stun prey and deter predators before they even realize what hit them. And speaking of hidden weapons, when you look at an apex predator, you naturally expect one set of jaws, right? That makes logical sense for expected anatomy. But the Moray eel possesses a terrifying, concealed reality. They have a hidden second set of jaws in their throat. This is an anatomical ambush, a completely hidden evolutionary mechanism, invisible from the outside, that literally lurches forward to drag prey down. It makes escaping their grasp virtually impossible. Moving right along to Section 3, Bizarre Biological Marvels, or as I like to call it, science fiction in the wild. Now we're entering the realm of the truly bizarre. We're going to look at 3 highly unusual biological superpowers found in the axolotl, the piglet squid, and the colossal squid. Let's break down what makes these specific creatures absolute biological anomalies that totally defy our fundamental understanding of how bodies should work. Let's start with the axolotl. This creature literally regrows its body itself if they lost it. Now, we aren't just talking about closing a superficial wound, clotting blood, or healing a simple scrape. No, we are talking about the sheer impossibility of an animal entirely regenerating complex lost limbs, organs, and even spinal cords, as if it were simply hitting a biological reset button. It is true, flawless regeneration. It's wild.
Next up, we dive down into the deep, pitch-black ocean abyss. Down here, the piglet squid navigates an environment completely devoid of sunlight by utilizing its own built-in light-producing organs. Rather than relying on external light from the sun, because, that doesn't reach those crushing depths anyway, this creature actually generates its own illumination. It essentially becomes its very own light source to conquer the eternal darkness.
And remaining in that deep oceanic darkness for a second, consider the sheer physical scale of the colossal squid. This deep-sea phantom has the largest eyes ever recorded in the animal kingdom. I want you to literally imagine a soccer ball right now. Picture holding a standard soccer ball in your hands. That is roughly the size of one single eye on the colossal squid. It's an optical extreme that is absolutely necessary to capture whatever faint traces of bioluminescence exist down in the deep ocean, but honestly, the sheer size of it is almost impossible to comprehend until you use that visual analogy. Finally, Section 4, the unexplored animal kingdom. What else is out there? Because when you look back at these 7 facts we just covered, from an emperor penguin egg freezing in seconds and elephant seals fasting for 6 weeks, to eels packing 860 volts and hiding extra throat jaws, all the way to regenerating axolotls and deep-sea squids with glowing organs and literal soccer ball-sized eyes, they prove just how wild our planet remains. Our world is absolutely packed with extreme adaptations that defy common logic. We've explored some incredible hidden realities today, knowledge held by only 1% of people. But if these are the secrets we actually know about, what remains entirely undiscovered? It really makes you think, doesn't it? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer today. Keep asking questions, stay curious, and I'll see you next time.